CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. This is CBS 2 News This Morning at 5.
And a very good morning to you. It is Friday, folks. We made it to the weekend.
Sure did.
Yes. Welcome to CBS 2 News This Morning at 5 and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm DeMarco Morgan.
Happy Friday indeed.
Happy Friday.
I'm Suzanne Marquez. There's a lot going on in your world today. Here's your SoCal eye-opener. In Cerritos, a multi-car crash involving at least 7 cars. What tied up traffic for hours in Cerritos this morning and where it stands now.
And California running dry, and we are about to hear a major announcement from state officials.
Vladimir Putin has launched an unconscionable war against Ukraine.
And Russia is increasing attacks on Ukraine. What the U.S. now plans to tell China today.
All right, but first, let's check in out with Amber Lee for a look at your forecast. We made it to the weekend, my
Yes,
friend.
happy Friday.
Oh, so it's been so nice here in the Southland. We've had these warm temperatures, but we're gearing up for cooler, cloudier conditions, believe it or not. And that's because we are tracking a storm system to the north of us. All right, so good morning, everybody, especially to our friends in Santa Ana. 57 degrees, you can see pretty clear right now. We still have this high pressure system that's brought us on again, offshore wind. So that's why things have been warmer than normal the last week. And then we're also tracking, you can see right there, all the clouds starting to push into the Pacific Northwest into the very northern part of California. That's that next system that we're tracking. That's what's going to really cool things down as we head into the next 24 hours. But because it is Friday, we need to enjoy it because we have lots of sunshine, 70s and 80s today, but you can see not quite as warm as yesterday. I will have more of a timeline of when we're expecting that rain, how much of it, and then what happens once the system leaves. Back to you guys.
Oh, beautiful Friday we're going to have. Now let's see how the roads look at 5 o'clock this morning on a Friday in our time saver traffic. Actually, we're going to look at the westbound lanes of the 91 freeway. They are back open now after up to 8 cars were involved in a crash in Cerritos. This was near the Artesia exit. 2 cars flipped over. Multiple people were hurt, but only one had to be taken to the hospital. Again, all lanes have reopened. Now let's go to your drive times. The 15 freeway will be an 11-minute drive between the 91 and the 10. The 215 between the 60-91 interchange to the 210 is 11 minutes on the northbound side. Now let's go outside to Corona. Look at this backup already on the 91 freeway at Green River Road. Lots of folks hitting the road this morning. Now we take you to international news. The conflict in Ukraine is now in its 4th week. So far, there is no end in sight. The U.S. and allies continue to look for ways to cut off funding from Russia. This morning, President Biden is expected to speak with the president of China, asking him not to provide any military or economic assistance to Russia. Laura Podesta reports from New York.
After more than 3 weeks of fighting, Russia's ground forces appear to have halted their advance, but its aerial campaign has intensified. Bombs and missiles continue to rain down on urban areas throughout Ukraine. This video, shot near the western city of Lviv, shows a location just outside the airport believed to be hit. The UN has confirmed nearly 2,000 civilian deaths to date, though the real number is thought to be much higher. More than 3 million people have already fled the country.
Vladimir Putin has launched an unconscionable war against Ukraine, against the very pillars of international peace and stability.
President Biden is scheduled to speak with Chinese President Xi Jinping this morning. The White House says Mr. Biden will urge Xi to refuse the Kremlin's request for military aid.
Our concerns about China assisting in any way Russia as they invade a foreign country is of significant concern, and the response to that would be consequences.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says Beijing should be working to convince Vladimir Putin to call off the invasion.
Instead, it appears that China is moving in the opposite direction by refusing to